Hello and welcome to Indie Goodness. I'm very glad to see you here. Here for my first video on the channel I decided to do a video about Traincraft. Yay! So you think, why Traincraft? Because on my German video channel I have a bigger channel here in Germany and I'm speaking German on that channel, so I'm no native speaker. There are a lot of comments for my Traincraft project which are telling me, hey, please do it in English, do an English series, do some videos in English. So here it is, the own channel for the English videos, and I want to show you a very beautiful mod about trains and a train modification here for Minecraft. The modification currently is available for 1.7, 1.710 to be exact. So just look at cursor or in the links below you can see where to download this. So let's get rid of the rain first. Alright, what is Traincraft? Traincraft adds a very lot of different trains and a very lot of tenders and other parts of a long train. Let's see here. In this mod pack a lot of different modifications are installed, but I will keep my focus here on Traincraft. So you can see, for example, when I'm going and search for steam, you only see all the steam trains, and you can see there are a lot of them. They are very different looking. Here, for example, is a medium-sized one. We have another one which is really big. For example, the Daylight is very big. The Mallard is kind of big too. So let's place them and take a look. Here you can see these are really big and really detailed models. I very like it. And here we have the Daylight. And the Daylight is currently work in progress. Sad but true. Okay, so this is the first part of the mod. For the beginning you have slow trains, you have these steam trains, and you can see there are a lot of parts to create them with different workbenches. So the assembly table 1 is for the steam trains, the assembly table 2 is for the diesel trains, I will show you in a second, and the last one, the highest tier, the table 3, is for everything electric. As you can see, the ICE, for example, there is an electric train driving around here. What's very neat is if you do to fuel them up, for example with redstone here, the ICE or RCB, it will run even you are not sitting in, and if you have the track in view, the complete track, it will drive and drive and drive until the fuel is depleted. Another example for an electric train is, for example, the New York subway. This is an option too, so you can build even very nice subway systems, and to build systems you have to use tracks, of course. And not the vanilla tracks, but the Traincraft tracks. Here you can see a few of them. These are not all, but I tried to make a very simple procedure. I wanted to be able to change the track from this one to this one and the other way around. So I wanted a crossing to switch my trains the way I wanted, and that was the first part I thought I could handle it. So these 3 blocks only show that, or 4 blocks show only that these would go underground, and if you are here you can switch there, and are on the other track, and the other way around. So this is a simple part for crossing, but as you can see it is a very detailed system. These tracks are kind of big too. For example, if I remove only this one block here, you see this switch is one structure of different blocks, and it looks very good, I think. It is even compatible to the vanilla tracks, but you could have some issues. For example, when running here into a vanilla track, you might have weird wobbling around and so on, but it works. It works definitely, but it will look a little strange at the beginning. Okay, so then let's repair this track. Where is your hitbox? There it is. And set it, and we are done here. Nice. You have different length here too. For example, the longest one for the straight track is 6 blocks long. Then you have mediums with 1 block and smalls with 3 blocks, sorry, and smalls with 1 block. So you can see the amount of tracks here below. And you have a lot of different things too. For example, if you want to have a railroad crossing with a street, you can do it into black asphalt, clean asphalt, and light gray asphalt. So you can have switches here and so on, and even implement it into a usual city and looking it very good. It will look very good afterwards. I have an cars mod installed here too, just for purposes of testing. So these are not active yet, but I want to achieve on this map, for example, to have crossings with streets too, and therefore these blocks are perfectly. And the second very big difference concerning tracks to vanilla Minecraft is you have these slope tracks. So I will take the shortest one, which has a length of 6 blocks, and with 6 blocks you can achieve a height of 1 block. So that's your only option to go up or down. So you need quite a long distance for some blocks to go higher or to go below your current situation. It is a lot more space needed, or there's a lot more space needed than using the vanilla tracks, but it looks a lot more realistic afterwards, and it looks very nice to have a system, just for example a small system here. So, when you're starting with Traincraft, you can even do water wheels and windmills to generate power. You have different lanterns and so on, so it adds some other blocks and features too, but the trains are the absolute focus of this mod. And you have the Traincraft guide. It is crafted very easily, but you will get it into your inventory at the beginning of the game when you have installed Traincraft, and here you can read and switch through every recipe and every option you have with this mod. For example, to get the diesel, for example, to get the armors, or to get tenders, how to do with the tracks for stock cars, how you can chunk load it, how you can recolor some trains, and there are a very lot of options. So let's go a little to the right to look at the recipes. Here you can see how to get the book. Well, it is in the book. When you can read the book, you will not need really the guide here with the detailed crafting instructions. So here the workbench, and you see it will get complicated here. You have some pistons, then you need diamonds, and you need obsidian, and so on. When you are crafting a train, here are all the parts of the trains you need. For example, a chimney and so on for burning or fuel burning devices, I'll call it. So not for the electric ones. Ah, my speech today. Okay, so let's go to the right, Here it is how the crafting grid is looking into these assembly tables. It will get more complicated and a little higher with the higher tiers. So here you have the steam options with tenders. Here, for example, a Sherepano. This is a very small and a very slow train. Here you have a working train. So let's go to a higher tier. Tier 2. Come on. Tier 3 I want to see. Okay, so here see you have to use steel, you have to use more ingredients for it, more parts for it, and you get different trains, and these are a lot faster, can pull a lot more weight, and these are a lot stronger. And there's one very specific train I wanted to show you. Okay, this is done. So I will show you here. It is right in the beginning of the trains. Let me see here, the tracks builder. The tracks builder, you could tell, is a little like a quarry, but a quarry not riding down, but riding into a hill, for example. I can show you it here. A problem with the tracks builder is that it uses the vanilla tracks, so you cannot run it with the Traincraft ones, which is it's not so good. I think they should fix it, but a lot of whining for a very good mod. So let's do the small straights here. Put on the track builder. To power it up, you need some coal. And you need any kind of stone for it to build underneath the tracks. Oh, sorry, I took the wall. So let's take the right ones. Sorry, vanilla ones are called rails. So go into the inventory. It looks a little complicated, but it is very simple. Here you have the track builders. What should be the block below the track? What should be the block below this, so you can build into depth? Here the sides of it. Here what is above. And here are the tracks it needs to drive on. The coal. And then give it here. And it will run. So every block which would have been here would have been deleted and pulled into the inventory of the tracks builder. So you would have it available here. You can even attach some train parts, some tenders and so on. Let's see if we have a good example right here. Good example would be the freight wagon for your first purposes. Here the blocks it will create into its inventory will be forwarded into this freight wagon. So we have a lot more inventory space for this tracks builder and can leave it running some time longer. Okay, let's get rid of these. And I personally think that is quite a short summing up of the complete mod here. It doesn't look so much if you tell it in, I'm talking to you 11 minutes now, but you have a very lot of options, a very lot of modification space here you need, so you will have something for the eyes here, definitely. It isn't a small mod, only 1-3 blocks hidden anywhere, but it will change your map massively and it would look very good. And you can have self-driving trains like it is here, so it is a very good system. Alright then, that's it for the first video here on Indie Goodness. I would love if you give me some comments and feedback to know if you like it or you did not like it. Let's see. And so, let's see you in the next video. Have a nice day. See you. Bye bye.